This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Jukes his way for more. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
This is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Coaches talk about third downs all the time. They emphasize it in football games, and that's a great start for this defense. They're ready for the pass, nice coverage in the back end. They get the sack, and they set the tone in this football game.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Texas's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. The back moving. Looking to throw on first down. He'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Wingo. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Winston. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Caught, close to the marker, it's Wingo. There we go! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Sampson. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Snagged in the middle, it's Hatcher. Couldn't ask for much more there, a first down. A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Sampson. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Mississippi State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
quickly complete. It's a running room. He's inside the 40. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Ready? First play of the period, first down here.
Get set, get set.
They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wingo. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the Longhorns have this offense rolling.
42 split.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it on the move. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Texas.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later.
On the
The
set.
Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Set. Ready. Ready, go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. BYU is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Ty Detmer, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UConn. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give on the counter. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Now the play fake. That's caught. It's Harrell. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. Back to throw, it's Croman Hoke. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a quick return on the interception.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes the Texas offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around.
Ready up.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
Ready, set.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. The quick out. There he goes. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out route. Push down for the tackle. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Maxey. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. Looking to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Under fire. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, the best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
To the air, it's Coleman Hope. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Good timing on the quick out. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Finds the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Snaps it in the shotgun. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Big fella moving. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Might be changing the route. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the gun. That's reeled in. It's Butler. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half. In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He's looking downfield to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And you have to wonder if going in at halftime in the locker room just slowed down the momentum a little bit for this offense. They had it going so well in the first half. They were up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, scoring points. But here we go. First drive of the second half, and they run into a wall, getting sacked on the 3rd play of the drive. They're going to have to pick it up here in the second half.
And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. And the returner is stopped. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
On the double.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, looking for a man. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Scanning the field, it's Croman Hope. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. They'll move the tight end. Rides the back on the option, the give. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Butler. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Wingo. At the 40, there he goes. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Caught behind the line. It's Baxter. Got enough space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. That's It's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. BYU is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Ty Detmer, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UConn. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Nice gain on that play, but it leaves it a little short of the first down. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late...
He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. And they finally run him out of bounds. A huge gain to wrap up the third quarter, and this defense will start the fourth on its heels. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wideout. Second down, he'll throw it. It's caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Longhorns are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Baxter. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little... Much time at the line there. Now this defense could really use a stop on third down as the offense has had its way. They just keep firing. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw. It's Croman Hope. Pulls it in. It's Hatcher. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Mississippi State right back to the line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab at the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, there was something going on that play between the quarterback and receiver. They were looking at each other. It was almost like they were smiling. The receiver's out to his right. He saw something he liked. He knew he had the post throw, and it was on. Shows you the speed, puts on the afterburners, accurate throw, and it's a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And for whatever reason, this quarterback has not been able to find his footing in this game. He's one of the better, more talented quarterbacks in the country. Had his guy wide open that time. He didn't have to throw it that hard. He could have just floated it to him for the easy completion, but he's just been off over and over again in this game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quickly complete. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. The tag. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
3rd down and long is the hardest down to execute in football, but this offense made it look easy. Nice job being aggressive, making the big play down the field, and now set up in a position where they can go get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Longhorn! That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. On to attempt the try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Got his man in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Mississippi State going up tempo.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. BYU is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Ty Detmer, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UConn. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. To the air on first down. Right on the money. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Wants to fire on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Butler. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, You know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on.
Turning it on! And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack.
QB slicing. No gain on the play. 3rd down coming.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Working a big fella to the corner. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air, it's Croman Hope. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Finds his tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
QB slicing. No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
QB slicing. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up, and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do